We're back here at Teresa's house this morning, and if you haven't caught any of the previous episodes, I urge you to go back and start watching from the beginning, because this has been a true transformation of this property from where we began to where we are now as we go into these final stages. But before the dump trucks can access the property, we called in our local friends at Miller's Tree Service to delimb and prune the old trees that overhang the property and prevent the big dump trucks from accessing the backyard and right-of-way. I hired the professionals to come in and handle the cutting, and then I put the Barretto 1025 TKL mini skid steer to work with the grapple attachment to handle the cleanup. With the tree problem solved, it was time to bring in 2 loads of fresh topsoil to build up and create a level front yard. The clock was ticking on this massive project, so I called in some help and had my fellow Barretto DIY guy, Jacob, help me use the mini skid steer with the bucket to spread and level the soil before we raked it smooth and ready for the sprinkler crew that would be arriving soon. We're getting right down to it now. And we kind of got some deadlines we're coming up on, so I brought in some help. We got Jacob here tonight on the mini skid steer. I'm gonna run the yard rake, the turf rake. We're gonna get this leveled out. We gotta get ready for the underground sprinklers. Jacob works in soil every single day. He's good at this. He'll have this prepped up and nothing flat. And now we were ready for several loads of 3/4 minus rock. Our local friends at RD Mac were now able to get their massive dump trucks into the tight space and dump the rock where we could spread it for the backyard and set the chains and drop a nice line of gravel on the right-of-way. Once again, the 1025 TKL was the perfect tool for the job to spread and level all of this gravel. The compact size allowed me to get in between the house and the fence on the north side of the dwelling where I don't have a lot of space, while Jacob ran the excavator with the angle blade to make quick work of the larger areas, and within a few hours, the rock work was completed. I got asked by somebody the other day why I was doing the entire backyard in 3/4 minus gravel. Our goal for this project is to give Teresa a beautiful, usable space that she can manage to maintain and keep up. She has a limited budget, limited skill sets in terms of landscaping and ability. And by putting gravel in back here and getting this all cleaned up and level, it'll be a usable space. You can park a car back here. We're gonna put the bird feeder up. It'll be very clean and easy. We can put down herbicide every year to keep the weeds and grass from growing up back here again. And then the front yard, she's gonna have a beautiful, well irrigated underground sprinkler system program all set up. We got some other surprises for her, but it's gonna be easy for her to maintain and get maximum enjoyment out of. This is gonna make that space perfect for her. Now, with all of our rock and dirt work completed, we leveled and touched up the front yard soil and got the brick steps to the side of her house reinstalled and level before we cleaned up the area around her shed where we spread even more gravel. If you're enjoying this video, please click like and subscribe to see more of Build It Better DIY. clock is ticking, and we're gonna be back tomorrow morning. All right, I've got one area left here this morning that has been neglected. We really don't have a project for it yet, but the grass has gotten really tall, and it's just a little out of the way corner. So this morning, I'm gonna take the 1025 TKL with the mower attachment, and I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna knock all this grass down and get it cleaned up, but I've gotta hustle. The sprinkler contractor is on his way here this morning. In fact, his plumbing contractor is already here tapping the line to get the water run out to the front yard. I've got to hustle. Made quick work of that. Let's go see how the sprinkler contractors are doing. This is like the day we all been waiting for, because once this is done, I get to go straight to sod. You know, local contractors in our area are great partners of ours, but they're so busy, it's been hard to get on the books to get over here and get this project done, but it's happening right now. They got here early this morning, way ahead of us. They had their plumber go underneath the house into the crawl space, and just a few feet in, there's a tap. It comes out right here. They brought it around the front of the steps. And then there's the backflow right there, and there's gonna be a control valve. This big box will go over the top of that, and then the control panel and timer for the sprinkler system is gonna go on the side of the house. They dug this out along the side of the house and out. Right now, they fired up the trencher. They've got the big Barretto trencher out there. It is way overkill for this project, but man, it always pays to just bring more than you need, because you never know what you're gonna get into. They're out there trenching it in right now. This is gonna go fast. Like I said, this is super exciting for us today. I have never done in-ground sprinklers myself for a yard, so I wanted to call in the professionals, and these guys are the best in the valley, bar none. I want to go watch and learn from the best. You see right here, Kale's running the big Barretto trencher, the RTK. By trenching it in a perfectly straight line, they can lay that plumbing in, they can lay that in-ground line in, and then they're gonna have they've already flagged it right here. We'll have a sprinkler head here, another one over there in the corner. There's one up there, one there. Everywhere there's a flag on the ground, we're actually gonna have a sprinkler head that pops up. And once this is done, once these sprinklers are in, I get to come in, rake it out, and lay sod. Hopefully by tomorrow, I'm laying sod and we're finishing this project up. That's why we bring the big RTK out here. He's getting into that big river rock. You can see it jumping. Big trencher handles the big rock. The 23 RTK's got plenty of power. This is why we brought the RTK over here, the big trencher, because that's the size of rocks he's digging up out there. If you're using a little trencher, sometimes these big rocks don't come up so good. If you're enjoying this video, please click like and subscribe to see more of Build It Better DIY. Look, the trenching part, sure, I could have done that, you know. We did a lot of this work ourselves. When it comes to like putting in the tap and the backflow and all that stuff, if you're not ultra handy, like really good at it, I just recommend the same thing every time. Do as much as you possibly can like we did, and then hire the pros. The pros come in, they knock out in a couple of hours what would take you days if you didn't mess it up. And these guys are truly pros. I mean, in a few hours time, we're gonna have the sprinkler system installed. And once I've got it confirmed that that's all in and operating perfectly, I'm gonna call and order the sod. We're gonna get after this. But hire pros when you can. Pros trump Joes. All right, the sprinklers are installed and we're getting perfect coverage across the entire yard area. Now this was pretty light and fluffy topsoil. We're gonna have to put water on it for 2 days. That way it gets packed down. It's gonna run the sprinklers and then dry out, and I'm gonna come rake it. I'm gonna get it perfectly level. But 2 days from now, I'm gonna have the sod delivered. And when that sod gets delivered, I'm gonna start laying it in here. We're gonna get this yard project finished. I can hardly wait for us to move on to the final stage, episode 6, the final stage of Teresa's yard makeover. And if you've been enjoying this video and the entire journey of the Teresa yard makeover, remember to hit like and subscribe so that you never miss a single episode of Build It Better DIY. I'll be back in 2 days. Let's do it. Yeah.